the 3 ways to overcome something that's out of your control is 1 is to basically accept it, 2 is to let go, and 3 is to use your coping skills to deal with it.
This struggle got purpose and we grow. So whatever road we have to take next, all I need to know is that we'll roll with the punches.
All right, good morning. We're out for another day. We're just doing life together, y'all. We're doing life. We're blessed. We've got another day together, and we've only got one life. We've got one life. Nothing is ever certain, so we are definitely blessed today that we get to live another day and share another day together. And we're out seeing clients again today, doing this community-based mental health thing that we do, where we just travel around. We just go around, we knock on people's doors. We're going to some libraries today to meet some clients. We'll be shooting hoops and walking around school playgrounds. We've got several things we're doing today that are really exciting, and you guys are gonna just get to ride along with me all day today as I just talk to you about just squeezing the most out of life, y'all. Squeezing the most out of life, getting the most out of life. We're gonna talk about emotions today. Gonna definitely talk about emotions. We're going to talk about being curious when you're angry or frustrated or sad, trying to tap into an emotion that serves you to be able to get out of that emotion. Curiosity is one of those emotions that I love when I'm anxious or whatever it be. So we got a lot to talk about today, so you guys sit back, put on your seatbelts, and enjoy this ride around. Enjoy this ride around doing community-based mental health, y'all. Okay, it's time for what's been coming up in client sessions. All right, y'all, let's just go ahead and let's get right into it today. We're starting off the day hot. Why are we starting it off hot? With emotions, y'all. Emotions. Okay, here we are. We're humans, okay? Yeah, I think when I talk to people generally think that the ultimate goal is to be happy all the time. I think people believe, like, when they feel frustrated or mad or sad or angry, like, that they haven't arrived yet at the final destination, like that they've got to somehow learn the skills not to feel those emotions. And that's an alarm, by the way. That's not right. We're human. We all experience emotions. We're going to throughout our life. None of us are going to be happy all the time. Let me say that again for all the kids in the back. None of us are going to be happy all the time unless we are detached from reality, unless there's just some way that we just aren't here on this planet Earth together, just vibing and doing life. We're going to experience sadness and happiness and frustration and confusion and irritability, all these emotions, right? So the idea is to acknowledge the emotion and normalize the emotions. And we might feel various different emotions within an hour's time. We may go through 2 or 3 emotions, okay? So I first want to normalize that just feeling different emotions, it's normal. Second thing, it's what you do with those emotions. And that's where therapy, that's where cognitive behavioral therapy comes in, right? Because we're starting to feel something, we're feeling an emotion, frustration. And then therapy helps you when you feel that emotion or you've got a thought, what do you do with it, right? That's the golden nugget. That's the golden ticket with therapy, is learning how to deal with your emotions. And sometimes they're big emotions, It's not the outside. It's not the environment that caused you to feel this way. It's something inside of you that caused you to feel frustrated, angry, sad, right? So my main point here is, the first main point is that we need to look at, okay, when you feel a certain emotion, okay, what do you do with it? And one of the first steps is just being self-aware, like just knowing, oh my gosh, I'm feeling frustrated right now. I'm feeling frustrated, or I'm feeling anxious. Like, to be aware of your emotions. Some people are just not even aware that they're feeling a certain way, and certainly if they're feeling this way, if they're feeling frustrated, they blame it on the outside. They don't take responsibility and accountability for the emotion, okay? So once you feel that emotion, being self-aware of it, okay, now it's time to work through that emotion. And that's what therapy does. That's what our classes do. They teach you how to deal with those emotions, y'all. All right? So start learning, start being more aware of your emotions. Susan David, a great psychologist, calls this emotional agility. How we're moving through our different emotions. All right, y'all? All right, y'all. Let's talk about something that I talk with clients about. This idea of circle of control. So the idea is the things outside of you, everything outside of you, you don't have control over. The only thing that you have control over is those things inside of you. You only have control of yourself, okay? Now, people that struggle with self-control actually try to control the things on the outside. If they can control the things on the outside, then it makes them feel better on the inside, okay? So I do this with clients. I ask them to get a sheet of paper, okay? And you draw a circle. And on the outside of the circle, you put all the things that you can't control. You put all the things that you can't control on the outside of the circle. On the inside of the circle, you put all the things that you can control. On the inside of the circle, all the things you can control. On the outside, all the things you can't control. All right? So the idea is everything on the inside of the circle should be things inside of you. All right? Outside, the things outside of you. And then what we do is we look at the things on the outside of the circle. And I give you an option of looking at those things, looking at just one specific situation, right? It's hot outside today. Can you control that it's hot outside today? No. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 different options to basically kind of overcome this situation. One is that you can just accept that it's hot outside. You can accept that it's hot outside, okay? 2, you can let go of that it's hot outside. You can just let go. And then 3, you can cope. You can find ways to deal with it's hot outside, right? You can find ways to deal with it. It's not avoiding that it's hot outside. It's not complaining, but you use your coping skills to overcome it, okay? So the 3 ways to overcome something that's out of your control is: 1 is to basically accept it, 2 is to let go, and 3 is to use your coping skills to deal with it. All right, y'all? Draw that circle, put them on the outside, put the stuff in the inside, and then use one of those 3 things. Hey, Kansas. Hey, we're here for you. Everyone's thought of us, and we've only done services in Johnson County, Kansas. But now, officially, we are your Kansas therapists. We service all of Kansas now, y'all. If you live in Kansas, or your feet are physically in the Kansas dirt, we can do individual therapy. We can do individual therapy. You just have to be in Kansas. You have to be in Kansas, y'all. We are your Kansas therapists. Okay, y'all, have you ever heard the saying, curiosity kills the cat? I'm not exactly sure what it means, but I mean, we're talking about curiosity here, so I thought I'd pull that out of my pocket. Okay, here's the thing. When you get anxious, when you get angry, when you get frustrated, when you get into a negative emotion, and you want to get out of that negative emotion, you don't want to stay in it, what I want you to do is I want you to get curious. I want you to get curious about the situation. Get curious. Kind of ask yourself, I'm curious right now because I want to replace that negative emotion of anxiety or, frustration or whatever it be. I'm curious about what in the situation made me get into this negative place. What made me get into this negative place? So I love the emotion of curiosity, because if you can be curious, it helps you step outside of the situation. You kind of zooms out, and you can look over the top of the situation, and then you can kind of debate. You can kind of be like, well, it was this why I got negative emotion, or it was this, or maybe it was this. You can kind of you can get curious instead of getting all those negative emotions. So I'd encourage you, get curious, because curiosity kills the cat. I don't know. Somebody let me know what that means. All right, y'all.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup.